Blood tests are a horrible way of measuring the health of your body and your progress with this program. Blood tests, remember, measure the uneliminated acids from your body. They're a reflection of the acids that were sent into your bowel by your organs that your bowel could not eliminate. The problem is you could have a ton of acidity in your organs, which is very dangerous and very unhealthy. And you could have a ton of holes in your trash can or a very unhealthy bowel bacterial environment. And yet eat in a way which is typically a diet that is very high in protein, which many of you come in eating, which prevents these acids from going into the blood and bowel in the first place. So this all looks good, your blood test looks good, when in reality you're very dangerously and horribly unhealthy. If on the other hand, say 6 months into this program, you've eliminated a bunch of this acidity with all your bentonite and with your healthier bowel, and let's say your bowel is much healthier, which it is if you've done acidophilus or bowel strength for 6 months, but then you decide to eat a lot of fruit, which is also very cleansing, or a much lower protein diet, what that's going to do is cause a big chunk of these acids in your organs to come flying into your blood and bowel. And if it's a lot more than your bowel can eliminate, even though your bowel's healthier, if you throw a ton more trash into it, it's going to be more than it can get rid of, and that's going to go back into your blood and make your blood test look bad. And you may wrongly and dangerously think that, oh no, my blood test is bad, this isn't working, I'm getting worse. But that is entirely not true. The only way to measure your progress with this program, or one of the most accurate ways to do that, is with pH tests. Those measure the stored acids in your organs, as well as your ability to tolerate the bowel strength and acidophilus, which is described in Chapter 7 of my book, This Works, Crutches Don't. So review that if you need to. Not a blood test. You could in fact have almost all this acidity gone and very few holes in the trash can. And all of a sudden it's summertime and you're eating all your peaches and cherries, which causes tons of this acidity to go flying into the blood and bowel. And again, whoops, more than you can eliminate goes back in your blood test looks bad. And now you're led to believe that you're less healthy than you were. Again, that's entirely not true. So, never use a blood test to interpret your progress with this program or your health. It's very dangerous to do so. Rather, rely on your pH tests as well as your ability to tolerate that bowel strength and acidophilus. I hope that helps.